Welcome to Hero Villains. Who do you think would win when King Shark versus Sabretooth when the ocean monster faces off against the wild assassin? King Shark is the embodiment of primal ocean power, a human-shark hybrid with a massive body and teeth capable of crushing steel. He possesses superior endurance, rapid regeneration, and can fight effectively both on land and underwater. In his frenzy, his predatory instincts surge, transforming him into a ruthless killing machine. King Shark's physical strength is enough to overwhelm many superpowered opponents, especially in the aquatic environment where he is almost invincible. Sabretooth, on the other hand, is the symbol of savage brutality on land, a mutant with heightened senses, sharp claws, and terrifying regenerative abilities. He is fast, agile, and particularly dangerous in close combat, where every attack carries a killer instinct. Sabretooth is not only powerful, but also extremely cunning, always exploiting his opponent's weaknesses. When facing him, he's like a seasoned predator, patient and ruthless to the core. Before we delve into the analysis, please subscribe and remember to turn on notifications by clicking the bell icon. Thank you very much. Trixie is a demigod in the form of a shark, the child of the shark god Chandraka. From birth, he possessed divine blood mixed with primal predatory instincts, creating an entity that is both mysterious and terrifying. Many underestimated King Shark, considering him just a large creature with a ferocious appearance. But the reality is quite the opposite. Hidden deep within his thick skin and cold eyes is a nearly unstoppable machine of destruction. His sharp claws and teeth can crush anything, allowing him to easily tear his opponents apart. His extraordinary endurance allows him to continue fighting even when his body is severely damaged, while his powerful regenerative abilities cause seemingly fatal wounds to quickly disappear as if they never existed. He also possesses incredible predatory senses. His ability to communicate with his kind ensures he is never truly alone. His ultrasonic waves allow him to detect enemies lurking in the shadows, and his keen sense of smell enables him to track targets with terrifying accuracy. Even an Atlantean warrior can be brought down in an instant by his devastating bite. In the frigid waters or amidst the chaotic battlefield, he moves like a living nightmare, where every heartbeat echoes as a warning of death. It's not just strength, but primal predatory instinct unleashed. King Shark is not just a giant sea creature, as many mistakenly believe, but the embodiment of pure power from the depths of the ocean. Upon entering the aquatic environment, he becomes an almost unstoppable force, having even shaken Superman. With a single punch, he can defeat Superboy, and even Aquaman has been defeated in an instant. He's even capable of directly confronting Wonder Woman and overwhelming Killer Croc without much difficulty. His power isn't limited to a fence. With his superior physique, he can shatter solid structures, creating a passageway into the sewer system with sheer brute force. His steel-thick skin makes him immune to bullets, while his extraordinary endurance allows him to survive electric shocks, the immense pressure of millions of gallons of water, and even attacks from starfire. To defeat him, opponents must use depth charges, flamethrowers, M79 grenade launchers, and a rare amount of luck. Not just a lone warrior, he has also been a member of various organizations such as Suicide Squad, Secret Six, and Legion of Villains. At times, he is a fearsome villain, but at other times he stands on the side of justice, even leading his own forces in Atlantis and joining the Undercurrent Rebellion to support Aquaman against Koramrath and the forces of the Abyssal Dark. Amidst the deep, dark waters and suffocating pressure, he moves like a raging fury rising from the ocean depths, where all sound is swallowed up and only the fierce beat of survival instinct remains. Each time he appears, the ocean trembles, and his adversary understands that they are not just fighting a creature, but the very primal terror of the sea itself. King Shark isn't always on the dark side. There was a time when he teamed up with Aquaman, Dolphin, and Biss to stop Suicide Squad when they plotted to detonate a nuclear bomb in Atlantis. That moment not only showed another side of him, but also highlighted the fated rivalry between him and Killer Croc, two predatory monsters always ready to tear each other apart in fierce battles. With his ability to lift and strike far beyond normal limits, he frequently overwhelms opponents with superhuman strength, even challenging and sometimes defeating them in short but intense skirmishes. His teeth are his most fearsome weapon, capable of crushing bones, tearing flesh, and piercing even reinforced armor, leaving behind horrific wounds. Underwater, he moves with superior speed and agility, almost becoming one with the ocean. On land, though not reaching the maximum speed of many other superheroes, he possesses the powerful acceleration to close in on his prey in the blink of an eye. His incredible stamina allows him to fight for extended periods without slowing down, and his rapid recovery enables him to get back on his feet after seemingly fatal blows. In the depths of the ocean, where light fades and pressure weighs heavily on all creatures, he emerges as a living nightmare. Each swing of his arm creates a raging wave. Each bite echoes the shattering of hope. King Shark is not only the embodiment of wild strength, but also a contradictory individual in terms of intellect and instinct. At times, he displays the cunning of a seasoned predator, observing and waiting for the opportune moment. But at other times, he acts simply, almost instinctively, or even unexpectedly reveals sharp strategic thinking. Despite his superior physical abilities, he is at a disadvantage against opponents with superhuman speed like the Flash family. Their rapid, continuous attacks can overwhelm him, leaving him no time to react and preventing him from launching a counterattack. Furthermore, his magic and special energy forms are also significant weaknesses. He is also easily countered by coordinated tactics. When facing organized formations using long-range weapons or exploiting the environment, his advantage can be significantly diminished, especially when separated from his familiar water source. I really hope you will subscribe to the channel. It will help us a lot, and you are the best. Thank you so much. Now let's talk about Sabretooth. Victor Creed is an X-gene mutant with a brutal predatory instinct and terrifying strength. His origins are linked to the Weapon X program, a secret Canadian government project aimed at turning mutants into living weapons. It was there that he and Wolverine were pushed to the limits of pain and evolution, creating two fighting machines with primal survival instincts but following very different paths. Sabretooth possesses superior healing speed, almost unhindered by any factor. Meanwhile, Wolverine, despite his incredibly powerful regenerative abilities, must constantly fight against the toxicity from the adamantium coating his skeleton. This somewhat hinders Logan's recovery process. Although, in return, he has a nearly indestructible body. Physically, Sabretooth is superior due to his massive size and brute strength, capable of lifting weights far beyond normal limits. Conversely, Wolverine possesses the advantage of a metal skeleton, making each of his blows heavier and more destructive. Two predators were created, one an unbridled rage, the other a controlled cold blade. He is one of the most resilient predators ever to exist. From his very first appearances, his body was able to rapidly regenerate from injuries, from bullet wounds to severe traumas like broken bones or spinal damage. This power was further amplified through various enhancements, making his recovery speed astonishing. Sabretooth can recover almost instantly from severe injuries, such as multiple bullet wounds, deep cuts, powerful blows, or even severe burns. This ability brings him close to Wolverine's level, one of the highest standards of bioregeneration in the mutant world. His body is also almost immune to toxins and chemicals. Things that could incapacitate an ordinary person are almost useless against him. Even getting drunk becomes impossible. His superior immune system makes him resistant to all known diseases and infections, turning his body into an impenetrable biological fortress. This regenerative ability also extends his lifespan, slowing down the aging process to an astonishing degree. Despite the passage of time, he maintains the vigor of his prime, even claiming to be older than Wolverine. Sabretooth is not just a ferocious predator. He can survive in harsh, freezing environments without harm, even standing naked in sub-zero temperatures without losing strength. His endurance is also terrifying. Thanks to his well-developed muscles and constant regeneration, the amount of fatigue causing toxins accumulated in his body is far lower than that of an average person. Previously, he could fight continuously for hours, but after a series of upgrades, Sabretooth can maintain peak fighting condition for an entire day, with almost no exhaustion. His physical strength has also increased through several stages. From being able to lift hundreds of kilograms, he has been enhanced to several tons after brutal experiments, including interventions from the Weapon X program. He even surpasses Wolverine in pure strength, turning each swing of his arm into a devastating blow. Not only is he strong, but he is also incredibly fast and agile. His balance, body coordination, and reflexes far surpass the natural limits, making every movement precise and powerful. In the freezing night, he moved like a phantom, breathing the breath of a predator, each step heavy yet firm. When he lunged at his prey, it wasn't just an attack, but a moment of primal instinct unleashed, sweeping everything away in an unbridled bloodlust. Sabretooth relied not only on brute strength, but also possessed a heightened sense of perception, almost perfect for hunting. His eyesight surpassed that of humans, allowing him to see clearly from great distances, and extending across both the ultraviolet and infrared spectrums. In the thick darkness where most creatures were blind, he could observe even the slightest movement as if in broad daylight. His hearing was equally acute. The slightest sounds, from hurried breathing to the softest footsteps, could not escape his perception. Distance was no longer a barrier, for he could detect prey from afar, making hiding almost meaningless against such a predator. Sabretooth possessed the characteristics of a true beast. His sharp teeth, especially his two long and prominent fangs, were the source of his name, striking fear into many. Not only that, he also possessed 20 retractable claws, each nearly 10 centimeters long, stronger and sharper than ordinary bone structure. With them, he could tear flesh, cut through various natural materials, and turn each swing of his hand into a deadly attack. He was also gradually becoming more and more impenetrable mentally. There was a time when he was at a disadvantage against psychic attacks, but after a tragic event involving Wolverine, his brain structure changed, making him almost immune to telepathic manipulation. This was demonstrated when Psylocke attacked him with her psychic katana, yet still couldn't break his will. In the Silent Night, he appears as a tangible nightmare, where every breath, every movement carries the scent of danger. For him, hunting is not just instinct, but an art, and anyone who falls within his sight becomes an inescapable target. When King Shark faced Sabretooth, the battle took on the colors of a brutal hunt, where primal strength clashed with seasoned killer instincts. King Shark stood out with his enormous physique and superior strength. He could go head-to-head with figures like Aquaman or Lobo, withstand the immense pressure of the ocean, and unleash blows that could tear his opponent apart instantly. If he had capitalized on this advantage from the start, King Shark could have easily crushed Sabretooth in just a few overwhelming blows. However, Sabretooth was the embodiment of tenacity and ruthlessness. He possessed almost limitless regenerative abilities, regenerating so quickly that serious injuries were only temporary. His sharp adamantium claws allowed him to pierce King Shark's thick skin, turning each blow into a fatal cut. Furthermore, his centuries of combat experience and predatory senses allowed Sabretooth to always read the situation and exploit weaknesses. King Shark charges in like a storm, unleashing devastating punches and attempting to tear his opponent apart in a short time. Sabretooth, despite being severely wounded, recovers quickly, maintaining his presence in the battle. As the tide turns, Sabretooth becomes more agile, constantly dodging and counterattacking with precise cuts, gradually weakening his opponent. Towards the end, the difference in tactics and endurance becomes apparent. King Shark maintains his formidable strength, but his lack of control causes him to deplete his energy faster. Meanwhile, Sabretooth becomes increasingly dangerous as the fight progresses, seizing every opportunity to inflict critical damage, targeting vital weak points. Overall, King Shark is superior in pure strength and durability, but victory ultimately leans towards Sabretooth. His near-immortal regenerative abilities, combined with his adamantium weapon and extensive combat experience, allow him to gradually gain the upper hand in a prolonged battle. King Shark can inflict terrible damage, but it's hard to finish off an opponent like Sabretooth. Sabretooth doesn't need a quick victory, he just needs to survive longer. And when time is on his side, he will gradually tear his opponent apart, turning the battle into a true hunt, where the last survivor isn't the strongest, but the indestructible one. Sabretooth slowly rips King Shark apart and devours him to prevent regeneration. I hope you enjoyed this fight. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. Follow me if you like it. That's today's video. Thank you very much.